The UEA radio players are delighted to be broadcasting to you again from our home in the fine city of Norwich. Ah, I can see your questioning looks through the ether. I realise you're more accustomed to the bewitching, beautiful Belladonna being the host of these spooky shows. Well, I'm afraid Belladonna was otherwise engaged today. She had matters to attend to. Some personal affairs. Oh, you know Belladonna. For most of us, Valentine's Day is the 14th of February, but for our wonderful Belladonna, it's lasted the whole month. So, while Belladonna is having a tremendous fun somewhere, she has left me in charge to be your host. I am Uncle Montague, but you can call me Monty, but only when we become much better acquainted. And what better way to do that than to share a story together? Let me tell you a tale. And, my dear listeners, I have a delightful tale to tell you today. Oh, it's a corker, but not for the faint-hearted, I'm afraid. It is a tale of total terror that will send more than a little shiver down your spine. So, with no more ado, allow me to introduce you to today's unfortunate couple, Fred and Daphne. Fred has been in the army, but with the end of the war, he'd gone with much relief to university. It was there he met Daphne. Things had gone so well in their courtship that in the summer the young gentleman had decided to pay a visit to his delightful young lady. It was a sunny day, and Daphne decided to take her paramour on a long constitutional, a refreshing, healthy walk. A walk down Lover's Lane.
Oh, I simply love a good long walk.
Oh, yes. We've gone miles from your home. It reminds me of one of the old route marches we did in the army.
But isn't it beautiful? This is one of my favourite walks.
You called it Lover's Lane earlier.
Yes, but never say that in front of my mother.
When you say it's one of your favourite walks, do you mean you've often walked down it?
Oh, yes.
Alone?
Of course.
Oh, glad to hear it.
And to be honest, I haven't explored it that thoroughly. I've tended to keep to the paths, but there are many hidden depths, so I've been told. And dear, dear Fred, you've been so good with my parents these last few days. I thought you deserved a bit of a treat.
We're certainly far from civilization here.
Yes, away from everything and everyone. Come here.
I've been desperate to kiss you and hold you for the longest time.
We couldn't do anything in the house. My father would certainly not approve.
And your mother?
Oh, she'd kill you and me, and then, out of shame, herself.
Oh dear, now I am worried.
Oh, don't be. We're safe here. Safe from prying eyes.
Even your mother's?
Well, we've walked several miles. She'll never catch us. It'd take her days to stagger up here. Let's walk a bit further. Let's leave the path and head into the trees.
Into the dark woodland over there? All right, if you're sure. This Lover's Lane stretches quite a distance.
The best ones always do.
Oh! Made me jump! All this wildlife.
Oh, you're such a townie. Doesn't the nature bring out something wild in you? The fresh air, the birds and the bees about their business?
Too much of that when I was in the army. Long route marches across waterlogged fields. Now I'm a respectable student at university and have traded in my rifle for a fountain pen and my muddy boots for a smart pair of shoes. Now I'm just worried about what I may tread in.
You know, Fred, I often think how lucky we are the war ended when it did. I mean, you'd hardly finished your training when peace came at last.
Yes, thank heavens. Who knows what would have happened if it had continued? I dread to think. Certainly much happier being in university reading architecture and being with you. You're all I want, Daphne. You know that.
Oh, Fred.
Oh, blast it! Look, I've been bitten.
Just a mosquito bite. I wouldn't worry about it. Nothing bigger than that will bite you around here, Fred. Unless, you're worried I might.
I'll defend myself to the end. Or maybe just surrender.
I'm so glad you came to meet my parents. It means such a lot to me. I told them so much about you last year. I can't wait for term to start. Plenty of time together again, as much as we want. In between lessons, of course. But until then, we need to grab what time we can.
Ouch! I've been bitten again. Oh, those blessed bugs obviously can't resist my flesh.
Who can blame them?
Would you mind awfully if we walked a bit further? Maybe we can shake off these pesky bloodsuckers. I say, what's that ahead?
The old house?
It's rather grand, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose so. In a dilapidated, decaying kind of way.
It has a decadent charm.
It's been empty for years. There were all kinds of rumours about it during the war.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you know the kind of story teenage girls circulate?
Ghosts and ghoulies?
There were rumours about what was going on in that house. People would say there were mysterious experiments going on in there. Secret weapons and all that. Trespassers would be shot on entry. You can imagine the kind of talk. There were also rumours of many people going in and never coming out. And monsters, of course. Not just some one-off vampire, demon or werewolf, oh no. Hordes and hordes of creatures from your deepest nightmares.
Whoever spun those tales wanted this building to be out of bounds.
Well, it worked. All the local kids were frightened, and so were the grown-ups.
Even your mother?
Even my mother.
Now that is terrifying.
I'm sure you chaps in uniform were much more grounded. No such boogeyman stories for you?
I wouldn't say that. Soldiers can be a superstitious lot. Not as bad as sailors, of course, but all the same.
What is it?
Oh, nothing. I just remembered one story. One soldier I met, nice chap, but he got into awful trouble. You remember the V1 bombs?
The doodlebugs.
Yes, that's right. Then a few months later, the V2s, longer range rockets, nasty things. Well, this chap, Dainscourt, his name was, I think, he kept going on about the V3.
I've never heard of that one.
Exactly, Daphne. There was no V3. And the really funny thing is that Dainscourt insisted that we were developing it in secret labs back home.
Secret labs, like this one.
Yes, almost certainly. Oh, of course not. In some ghastly concrete bunker somewhere, I'm sure. Not this one splendid mansion.
What happened to him?
Dainscourt. Well, he was suddenly whisked away. No idea what happened. The rumour was he was breaching security.
With mad stories about V3s.
Quite. As if we'd call it that anyway.
He wasn't onto rumours about the atomic bomb, was he?
Well, he certainly didn't describe it like that. He said the V3 was a weapon that could turn the world upside down and change everything. A new chemical-based weapon. A weapon that could raise the dead.
Sounds like a medicine or a miracle.
I don't think he meant it as a cure. Something rather different.
Here it is. You can get a great view of the house now.
I say, it must have really been something in its heyday. It is certainly quite a striking piece of architecture. Shame it's in such disrepair, but not past redemption. If you look at the eaves up there... I say, Daphne, what's wrong?
Nothing. It just sent a shiver down my spine, as if someone was watching us. Oh, it's nothing. Probably all those silly, scary stories coming back to me.
Well, there's one cure for that. Look over there. The front door is missing. Let's go inside.
I'm not sure if we should.
I'll protect you. Besides, I'd love to have a closer look. At the building, I mean. I do study architecture after all.
Fred, you're absolutely right. I'm not a little girl anymore. Let's have a closer look.
Ah, here's the door. Off its hinges, but I'll knock anyway. Hello? Is anyone home? No one's home. Did you hear that?
Thunder. Must be a storm coming.
Well, that sprang out of nowhere. Well, that decides it.
What?
We simply must go inside now.
It's really quite beautiful. Such a shame they let it go to ruin like this.
What a lovely house. Look at the cornice and the wooden panelling.
Maybe one day we'll buy it and fix it up. Fill it with children.
So those are the hordes and hordes of creatures you were talking about.
Take off your jacket, Fred. No mosquitoes in here. Let's just relax.
The house may be beautiful, but it's not as beautiful as you, my dear.
How nice of you to say so.
Oh!
It is a beautiful house, isn't it? Do you make a habit of trespassing?
Oh, I am so sorry, sir.
We didn't realise anyone was here. I thought it had been empty for years.
It is my home.
We are so sorry.
Get out. Get out before I call the police.
We'll just pick up our things and be on our way.
Once again, please forgive us.
You do have a beautiful house.
Wait a minute. I think I should apologize to you.
Not at all.
No, I overreacted. The place is a bit run down. I can see why you thought it was uninhabited. You clearly appreciate the building despite all its disrepair.
Yes, I'm reading architecture at university.
Oh, I see. I have some plans to restore the place. Maybe you could give me some advice.
I'd be delighted.
Oh, very good. Stay a while. Have a cup of tea. I've just boiled the kettle. This way.
Let's just go, Fred.
No, let's just have a cup of tea and say our goodbyes.
Here we are. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
Help yourself to sugar. So, what would you do with my house, young man?
Clean up the sandstone outside. Repair some of the brickwork. And fix the roof, of course.
Yes, you're right. It all needs doing. I've been too busy with my work, you see.
Oh, yes. What do you do?
I'm a scientist.
Where do you work?
I work at home, here, in the house.
How nice for you.
I can tell you have ambition and experience, young man.
I wouldn't go that far.
If you wait here, I will just go and get the plans. They are most interesting. 18th century. Wait here. Oh, and drink your tea. Quickly now.
Oh, I am so tired. Must be the country air.
Oh, yes, me too. So tired. Oh no, Fred.
What is it?
It's the tea. He's put something in the tea.
Don't be ridiculous.
I swear, that's why he didn't drink any himself.
Oh, good heavens. I think you're right. Let's get out of here.
While we still can. Look, the door. It's back on its hinges.
That's impossible. And it's locked.
No need to panic. It's easier if you stay calm.
Where is he?
Up there, look, that window.
I say, what are you doing?
Experiment number 657.
Is this some sort of game?
2 subjects.
Open the door, please.
Humans versus V3 carriers stage 1.
Did he just say V3?
No, he can't have.
Fred, you don't think.
Of course not. How ridiculous. Just a coincidence.
Oh, we must get out of here. Ouch!
What is it, Daphne?
Oh, a splinter of wood in my foot. It's gone right through the sole of my shoe. Oh, these floorboards are very rough. Oh, it's bleeding.
It's quite a deep wound. Let's get out of this madhouse. Can you walk?
Yes, I'll be fine. What was that?
Not sure.
Look over there. In the corner, a hatch has opened. Rats! Dozens of them.
They look rabid. Frothing mouths, dead eyes.
They're moving so slowly. Never seen rats move that slowly, like they're sleepwalking. But they're definitely heading over towards us. I think we should move away, as quietly as possible.
Quick, this way.
There are more rats. The hall is filling with them.
Look, the corridor ahead is clear. We'll head that way and find another exit. A door outside, or even a window. How's your foot?
Still bleeding, but I'll live. Great, a door. Damnation, it's chained shut. They're getting closer. The rats. They keep going for my foot. They're after my blood.
Oh, stamp on them. Don't let them get you.
They're disgusting. Get off. Take that.
Keep stamping on them.
Look, they are crawling away.
Oh, thank heavens for that.
Humans versus V3 carriers stage 2.
Let us out, for pity's sake, let us out.
Repeat, humans versus V3 carriers stage 2, possibly final stage.
It's getting darker and darker. I can't see a thing. Oh, Fred, that smell. How it stinks in here.
It smells like a hospital ward. No, more like a mortuary. I'll feel my way over to a window. We will smash our way out.
Don't let go of my hand, Fred.
Stay with me. We'll be fine. We must find a window. I can feel something. I think I found a drape.
A curtain.
I hope so. Here goes.
Good heavens! It's a room full of people.
An old ballroom.
There must be 100 people here. Hello, I say, who are you?
Look at their skin. It's rotten.
And their eyes, Fred. And their mouths.
Like the rats. Those dreadful rats. But they're as still as statues. They look dead. Dead on their feet.
Fred, they're waking up. Leaning towards me. Looking at my foot.
Daphne, I'm going to smash the window pane. I've cut my hand. Blood, it's pouring.
Fred, help me!
Daphne!
And so ends our little tale. That house is long gone. The authorities finally razed it to the ground. Pity, really. A beautiful house. I should know. I was very happy living there. A beautiful house to do my work in. Top secret experiments. Oh, you want to know about Fred and Daphne? They're gone too. Never a trace of them could be found on Lover's Lane. But don't let that put you off. Go for a constitutional with your sweetheart. Go for a long walk on Lover's Lane. Who knows? You might meet me, good old Uncle Montague. Oh, let's not be so formal. We're friends now. You can call me Monty.
You have been listening to the UEA radio players coming to you live from Norwich as part of Do Something Different Week 2019. The actors were Amie M. Marie, Alec Mann and Peter Morrant. The technical team were John Hodson and Anji Encheva. The Foley artists were Poppy Frost, Emma Kurton and Zhong. The music was composed by Stephen Bennett. The production was written and directed by Richard J. Hand. This is a University of East Anglia production.